Okay, so here's another book. This one is definitely a medical book. I bought this a while back because I really felt like it was pretty clear. It provides a pretty good explanation for certain kinds of pathology issues, certain diseases that affect different tissues in the body. One of the things in particular that I think has a pretty important relevance to understanding things like poisoning and such is that, like I said before, the body is made up of molecules. Now, of course, so it has, of course, the chemical basis, is what I'm saying. It's made of atoms and molecules. There's various sub-environments in the body. I mean, what I'm saying by that is that you can definitely tell they're unique from each other. And it's important, I think it's hard to explain in high-level details, but it's important to remember that, yes, we're made up of cells, but inside the cell, there are subparts to those cells, and things like building proteins are very important. But another thing is very, very important is the difference between the internal cell conditions and the external cell. In other words, the intra and the extracellular fluid. And it requires constant energy in some cells to keep that in balance. And some poisons can actually bind to the endoplasmic reticulum and cause it to be destroyed, or at least have lower function. And as a result of that, the cell may be less capable of basically performing the work that's necessary to keep that intra and extracellular environment correct, causing issues and eventually cell death, necrosis, or basic to cell death. So there's a lot of information in this book that is very interesting because, because a lot of information out there will explain to you, okay, well, this is poisonous or that's poisonous, or, you have a risk of getting this cancer, a risk of getting that cancer if you take this particular substance. And yeah, you may or may not get cancer. But the thing is, what this book does, I think, is it really gives you a lot more understanding. I think this book is great for people like me who love programming, because it's like the active picture versus the passive picture of the body. Things go wrong, they go really wrong, and this is the book that explains why. It's a great book, I think, to have. A lot of people who go to do this are either going to some kind of medical school, something like that, but I think this is a great book to have, like I said, just for reference purposes at least.